All right, I think we're on. Hi, Hayley. Thanks for joining me today on the Small Quiet Voice Conversation.
Hello, Shannon.
How's your Monday shaping up?
It's been busy.
Good, good. What you been doing today?
Working on campaign, planning the final stages, cleaning the house, you name it. I've been doing it.
Right on, right on. So, just to give people that are watching a little bit of background on our relationship, you attended, I think October or November's Feminist Friday, and it's an open call for just girlfriends here at the house. And you popped in, and just everybody was so impressed by your sweetness and your compassion and just your energy. So I'm thankful that you decided to enter into my sphere and become my friend. And since then, we've been having some fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes, true story.
But the reason that I wanted to invite you on the SQV, and especially as in a timely manner, is because you are running for city council or a city commission.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you love the town of Safety Harbor, and you've been here a long time, and you want to give back. So I wanted a chance to bring you on and let folks, just find out who you are. We can have a conversation, one hustling mama to another.
Okay.
Fantastic. So I saw the pictures of you and Matson this weekend at the beach.
Yes.
And I know that he's the light of your life, just like my boys are too. So go ahead and brag on your little boy, mama.
Oh, it was so much fun yesterday, just taking a break from canvassing and the politicking of everything and going to the beach and walking the beach with him. It's very peaceful.
How old's Matson?
He's 9.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
And so you and Scott have been here in the Safety Harbor area for what, 11 years now?
Going on 11 years in June. We've been here since 2013.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, well, why don't we just start with this? Describe yourself, Hayley Rae.
Well, I'm very creative. I'm an artist by trade. I'm a investigator for a job. I'm good with details, very detail oriented. Something else about myself. I was a flight attendant for 3 years. Decided I needed a break from art school, and it was a break well taken, and went back to school and decided to leave Virginia and head to a warmer state. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. Where were you at in Virginia?
Richmond.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So you were running for city commission, and it's 2024, and the world has been through the ringer the last few years. There's like insurmountable amounts of corporate corruption, it seems, and environmental decay and disregard. And it seems like at this point, there's an unparalleled level of decisiveness in politics. So why in the world would you, this wonderful woman, this career-bound woman with this darling little boy, want to jump into this politics game?
I'm just ready for a change. I mean, you get to the point where you've had enough of it and you've got to take some kind of action. And I've been acting kind of behind the scenes for a few years now. And when the seat became available, it was kind of a no-brainer. It was, time for me to, throw my name in the race and see how I could shake things up a bit.
So brave of you.
It's been scary. It's had its ups and downs, but it's also been amazing. It's been rewarding. It's been truly fascinating.
Do you remember the exact moment where that little small, quiet voice inside of you said, yeah, it's time to run?
Yes.
Tell me how that happened.
I had just been reflecting on previous elections, and, there was, a lot of, people that, tell you that you can't do something. And sometimes that's a really great motivator to say, oh, but wait, I have something great to offer and I can do something. So it was just in that moment. And, I've got a much stronger inner voice in my older age now. And, this is the right next thing for me to do. I mean, I've been advocating for people for a long time, and this is just kind of comes natural, meeting people, talking to them, understanding their needs and, what they would like to see, how they'd like to spend their time in their communities.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, this is a fun question. What kind of tree are you?
What kind of tree am I? I would be a Christmas tree if I was a tree.
I believe that. Can you tell me why?
Oh, because it's all adorned with the most beautiful things. Absolutely. I would be a Christmas tree.
That's a great answer. Okay, so in your mind, Mama, what does Safety Harbor need in 2024 and beyond?
Uh, well, we need better planning for infrastructure, which we have a meeting coming up tonight, and it looks like there'll be some talk about this, comprehensive plan and zoning. The zoning is very important for the future of the quality of life for citizens downtown. We're also needing to look at other areas of town which need attention, which would be up around our Enterprise McMullen Booth area, where we have what they call a zombie Amazon Fresh store. It looked like it was going to be Amazon Fresh, but now it just has a dirt floor in what used to be our Winn-Dixie. So we're losing our different grocery shopping options. Of course, then we're just stuck with Publix, or we have to go even further to 19 to shop alternatives. I know a lot of people have groceries delivered, but there are still some of us that like to go and pick out our own groceries. So I would very much rather have something come into that space and provide employment opportunities and options for consumers of Safety Harbor.
Awesome. So I know that you have a really nice website. I was looking through it a little earlier, and you've got a lot of environmental concerns, a lot of zoning concerns, a lot of just nuts and bolts of what it takes to run city government. So as you've been out and canvassing the area, you and I spoke about this last week, because I said, what is canvassing? What does that look like for you? And you gave me some great explanations of that. But in speaking with your potential constituents, what have been their main concerns?
Well, the development, that's the number one concern that a lot of people have, the development and how it's impacting them when they want to just get downtown. It's just gotten so dense. There's not really good parking solution. There is an idea that I came up with. Actually, it was a couple of ladies and I came up with this idea one night at Third Fridays. And, we decided, you could put more golf carts if you park them diagonally along the street, and we could reconfigure some of the parking in each block to really increase the golf cart community to have a place when they come down here and not occupy so much parking when they do. And it's interesting because today I received our bi-monthly newsletter, and they've actually indicated this in the newsletter, which is really great because it's great information to have. But I still believe that we need to do something with the actual parking lines, because people that come from out of town or are staying at an Airbnb that have a golf cart rental there, they're not going to see that article, and they're not going to know that that's an option. So
Okay. So that leads me to this question that I always hear when I'm downtown. How do you retain that small town charm and deal with the infrastructure problems that we have? A lot of people don't want Safety Harbor to grow. They want it to stay, sweet and idyllic. And how do you balance that in city government?
it's very difficult because parking is probably the number one issue and quality of life issue you're going to have for people living down there. It's not just parking, it's the amount of time it takes to get from point A to point B. You have a lot of people that just the streets are very congested. People have concerns about emergency vehicles being able to get through there. So, having a parking solution is imperative. There are a couple of lots that have potential development going on, which is only going to increase that density and lessen the ability for parking. One of those that's been put on halt, but that's still in existence, is that one at the Safety Harbor Spa. And, that's the overflow parking for the spa. So when they have their regular Friday and Saturday people that come in, and then they have a wedding or two weddings or a wedding and a convention, that parking lot is completely occupied. So what they're wanting to do is, put condos in there. Well, what happens to the parking? Where do those people, and we also have another hotel on the horizon now. The St. James is being refurnished. Beautiful job being redone on that, but it's going to require parking as well.
Yeah, lots of challenges for sure. And that's why we really need, people that are experienced, people that are passionate, people that care in our city government. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Another fun question, Hayley. If you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
I'd be invisible. I would be the ultimate spy. I would be, the best CIA agent out there. Just kidding. No, I really would be invisible though. That would be the best superpower, I think, to have.
I think you're right. And that leads me right into the next question, because I love to talk about your background as a fraud investigator. So how does your background kind of qualify you to be equipped for city government?
Risk assessment is something that is huge in my profession, and understanding the amount of risk that we're taking. We also do a lot of enhanced due diligence, which is in-depth background checks and research. So I'm very familiar with the inner workings of making sure that we're not losing money that we don't need to be losing, and making sure that we're doing the right thing by the citizens. And, most importantly, is being able to communicate. With my profession, I've had a very great education in communication. It's very important to be able to effectively communicate with the legal teams that I work with, especially regarding lawsuits, potential legal matters, and of course, regulatory reporting, which is all, official documentation.
That was actually my next question. I was going to ask you how do you now, and how have you in the past been able to effectively communicate with those who disagree with you?
Usually it's to be able to talk with them one-on-one, which has become a much more difficult issue since COVID, and, especially with work at home issues. But say you're having an issue and you're via chat, or, a virtual issue of some kind, it's best to just try to hop in on a call like this and, talk one-on-one, or, get on the phone, give a person a call, because a lot is lost in translation today with all of the digital media that we have.
That's a very good point. So my final question, and you can answer this any way you want, but are you inside or outside the box?
I'm all over it.
Explain.
Well, who likes to just fill in the box so perfectly, right? You want to make sure it's filled in, but you're going to go out of the line sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, okay, well, is there anything, I mean, we've gone through a lot. Is there anything you think I've missed regarding your race that you're running right now, or anything you'd like to tell your constituents about what's going on? I know the polls close on March 19th.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very
got to get out
important.
there and vote.
Yes,
Be informed,
please.
right?
Yes, please come out and vote. This is a very important election that's taking place all across the country, but especially here in Safety Harbor, Oldsmar, Clearwater. I'm not sure about St. Pete, but we do have a lot of people out there. And then, of course, we've got another one coming in November. Many great people running right now. The need for new minds, that's extremely important. So come out and support the grassroots causes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Hayley. This has been super informative, and look forward to celebrating when you, hopefully, right, when you win this election.
Of course, when I win.
We're not going to wood for that. But we do appreciate you, and thanks for being a part of the SQV Conversations. Hayley, have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right.